What if I told you that you've been living life like a prisoner when in truth, you're the one who built the walls? Sounds crazy, right? But here's the real plot twist. You're God, and no one ever taught you how to use your power. They told you to pray, to wait, to struggle. But they never told you that you are the one creating the rules of your reality through every thought, emotion, and belief pulsing in your subconscious mind. This isn't some feel-good quote. It's the raw, unfiltered truth. The ability to manifest isn't reserved for monks or gurus. It's built into your system. And when you start using this power the way it was meant to be used, it almost feels illegal. Because while others are working hard, hustling or hoping, you're bending reality like it's a game. In this video, I'm going to show you how to stop playing small, start commanding your world, and do it all without asking anyone for permission. You're not here to follow the script, you're here to rewrite it. Let's go. 1. The divine cheat code. Reality bends to belief. Most people walk through life thinking reality is fixed, like concrete, unchangeable and outside their control. But what if it's more like wet clay, just waiting for your touch to shape it? When someone finally realizes that their belief system isn't just some passive thing, but the actual code writing their experience, everything shifts. It's not just about positive thinking. It's about knowing at a deep level that your subconscious mind is broadcasting the script. And the universe, it's just responding to that script in real time. A man stuck in financial scarcity might think his situation is all about luck, economy, or bad decisions, but once he flips the switch and rewrites his internal story, I always attract opportunities. Money loves me. His outer world starts to morph in ways that feel too good to be true. That's manifestation, not magic. It's a science that begins with belief. Think of belief as the steering wheel of your reality creation. You don't need to force change, you need to align with it internally. Belief isn't just a mental habit, it's a vibration, one that either limits your access to divine power or unlocks it like a master key. That's why so many teachings, ancient and modern, insist that faith moves mountains. And no, we're not talking religious dogma here. We're talking literal energetic access to a field of infinite potential, where what you believe hard enough becomes the law of your personal universe. You don't need to wait 10 years of therapy to shift a belief. You can journal it tonight. Try writing. If my beliefs bend reality, what am I choosing to believe today? You'd be surprised how fast life responds when your inner programming stops contradicting your desires. And this is just the beginning, because once you've cracked the divine cheat code, you stop asking permission to create. You just do it. 2. How to command the universe without asking. When someone truly embodies divine power, they don't beg the universe, they command it. Not with arrogance, but with certainty. It's not about yelling out demands to the sky or performing rituals, hoping something out there hears you. It's about knowing that the universe is not outside of you. It's a mirror, and a mirror doesn't respond to requests. It reflects exactly what you're being. This is why people who walk in self-trust often receive what they want without even asking. A man who sees himself as abundant doesn't need to chase money. Money seems to chase him. Why? Because his vibration doesn't say, I need. It says, I already am. That's the subtle line between struggle and flow. He's not waiting for proof. He's walking as the proof. And that energy is contagious. You've seen this happen. The people who somehow get everything so easily. They're not lucky. They're tuned in. Their subconscious mind is already on the frequency of having. Commanding the universe also means letting go of the addiction to control. It sounds contradictory, but the ones who master reality creation are the ones who stop micromanaging the how. They trust the field. They plant the seed and don't keep digging it up to check if it's growing. If you're always trying to make it happen, you're affirming that it's not already done. That's why silence, stillness, and clarity are underrated superpowers. To live this way, Start by observing the words you speak daily. Are you talking like someone who already has what they want? Or like someone who's hoping, wishing, trying? Swap "I need" for "I choose." Replace "I hope" with "I know." These aren't just semantics, they're energetic codes. The universe doesn't speak English, it reads your vibration. And when you vibrate like a god, you stop waiting for blessings and start being the source. 3. Instant manifestation, when time no longer matters. Time is one of the biggest illusions that keeps people trapped in limitation. The mind loves to measure everything: how long it'll take, how far you still are, how much more you need to do. But manifestation doesn't follow clocks or calendars. When someone shifts their state of being now, they collapse time. They bypass the waiting room entirely because the subconscious mind doesn't live in linear time. It only knows the eternal now. That's why people have sudden breakthroughs after years of nothing. Not because time ran out, but because they finally shifted frequency. You've probably seen this. Someone suddenly heals, meets the love of their life, or lands a dream opportunity. But nothing's random. Their reality changed the moment their identity did. The field of potential doesn't need preparation. It needs alignment. And when you're in that alignment, results don't trickle in, they flood in. Let's make this practical. Try this. Each morning, instead of visualizing your desires as something in the future, embody them as if they're already your present. Feel it now. Act like the person who already has it. Speak like him. Move like him. This creates an emotional blueprint that your reality has no choice but to match. And don't worry if it feels weird at first. It's supposed to. That's your ego losing its grip on linear time. The faster you let go of "when will it happen," the faster it can. The moment you stop tracking it, you signal trust. And trust is one of the highest frequencies for reality creation. Remember, divine power doesn't operate through human logic. It breaks it. And those who truly embody that power begin to experience timelines bending, opportunities appearing out of nowhere, and life moving at the speed of belief. 4. Accessing forbidden powers hidden in plain sight. Most people imagine forbidden powers as dark secrets locked in ancient scrolls or guarded temples, but the truth is far more practical and wild. These powers aren't hidden from you, they're hidden by you, buried under years of conditioning, guilt, and self-doubt. Your subconscious mind is like a vault filled with keys to divine power, but most never open it because they don't even realize it's theirs. And ironically, what feels forbidden is often what's most natural. Think about how many times you've had a gut feeling that turned out right. That's not coincidence, that's intuition, one of your hidden powers. Or when you think of someone and they text you moments later. That's not random. That's telepathic resonance, a glimpse into the field where everything is connected. These aren't just cute party tricks, they're fragments of your full potential. Reality creation becomes effortless when you stop calling these moments luck and start calling them normal. Want to access these powers more consciously? Start treating them like muscles, not miracles. Meditation isn't just a spiritual hobby, it's training for precision in manifestation. Journaling isn't just self-help, it's programming your reality. Even things like silence, solitude, or nature walks recalibrate your nervous system to the frequency of your highest self. And when you consistently practice this, life begins to feel surreal, in the best way. Here's the catch. Society conditions you to suppress these abilities. It teaches you to think small, follow the rules, and never question the script. So every time you choose to trust your inner world more than the outer noise, you reclaim another piece of your divine power. And once you start pulling these powers out of hiding, the game changes fast. Almost like you're rewriting the whole simulation from the inside. 5. Reprogramming reality. Like it's a simulation, Imagine waking up one day and realizing life is more like a game than a grind, that your thoughts are the code, your emotions the energy source, and your beliefs the operating system. That's not a fantasy. It's how reality actually works when viewed through the lens of divine power. Your subconscious mind isn't just storing memories, it's writing the rules of the game you're playing. And if you don't like the level you're on, you don't have to fight the enemies. You change the code. Reprogramming your reality starts with catching the loops. What stories are on repeat in your mind every day? I'm not good enough. I always struggle. Nothing ever works out for me. These are not just thoughts, they are commands. And your reality, being the obedient simulation it is, responds accordingly. Manifestation isn't broken. It's just working against you when your internal code is full of bugs. You can't live a new life with the same old script. Let's flip the script. A powerful daily reprogramming habit is to write the new version of yourself like it's a character in a story. Give it a name, a backstory, and traits. I am the man who attracts miracles. I speak and things move. My energy speaks louder than words. Say it. Feel it. Repeat it until your subconscious has no choice but to accept it as fact. That's not delusion. That's how you override a system that was never built for your greatness in the first place. And don't forget the role of your environment. You can't install new software in a toxic system. Cut the noise. Detox from the people, places, and content that reinforce the old identity. Feed your mind with books like Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Practice being the version of you that already lives in the reality you want. Because once your mind is reprogrammed, the simulation updates instantly, and you begin to play life on a whole new level. 6. Walking as God in a world that still thinks you're human. To walk as God doesn't mean you float through life untouched. It means you move with a different level of awareness. You no longer see challenges as threats, but as data. You're not reacting, you're responding, with intention, with presence. The average person is caught in survival mode, but the one who knows their divine power walks into any room knowing, I shift atmospheres. That's not ego, it's identity. It's a quiet knowing that bends reality without needing to shout. You've seen this type of presence before, someone who enters a space and everything just feels different. It's not about being loud, famous, or flashy. It's about frequency. Their subconscious mind is calibrated to I am, not I want to be, or I hope they notice me, but simply I am. That energy is unshakable, and it's often misunderstood because most people can't comprehend that kind of inner authority. They expect doubt, and when you don't play small, it confuses them. This path requires courage, because the moment you embody this level of manifestation, people will project their limits onto you. They'll say you've changed. They'll question your confidence. But remember, you're not here to fit in. You're here to remind others of what they've forgotten. Your divine power isn't up for debate. You don't need to convince anyone. Just live it. When you do, you become a living example of reality creation in motion. Here's how you practice. Stop asking for external validation. If you make a decision, own it. If you feel called to do something bold, do it without needing applause. Walking as God is about sovereignty. Read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle to deepen your awareness of presence. Meditate not to escape the world, but to merge with it on a higher level. The more you do, the more you'll notice that you're not waiting for heaven. You're creating it, quietly, powerfully. And next comes the art of doing it without anyone knowing. 7. The silent force. How to manifest without anyone knowing. There's a sacred power in moving silently. In a world addicted to noise, those who operate in silence become the real architects of reality. The strongest manifestations don't always come from vision boards or spoken affirmations. They come from a deep, private inner state that doesn't need witnesses. When your subconscious mind is aligned, your very being becomes the command. And people will start to notice something shifting, even if they can't explain it. You don't need to post every win or announce your intentions to make them real. In fact, the less external validation you seek, the more direct your link to divine power becomes. Think of it like a stealth mission. The quieter you move, the less resistance you encounter. And ironically, the less attention you seek, the more attention your energy naturally attracts. This is not about hiding. It's about focusing all your power inward, where the true transformation happens. Want a real-world example? Instead of telling people you're changing your life, just start doing it. Wake up earlier, train your body, program your mind with books like The Master Key System by Charles Haanel, journal your reality like it's already done. Carry yourself with the calm certainty of someone who knows the universe is on their payroll. When you move like this, your presence speaks louder than any post or conversation ever could. This silent force is your superpower in a distracted world. While others are busy explaining their dreams, you're living yours. While they're checking likes, you're checking internal alignment. That's the power of quiet manifestation. It bypasses noise and taps straight into the quantum field. You become a walking prayer, a living vibration of certainty. And once you learn to wield this invisible force, something even more radical becomes possible. If you want to elevate your vibrations and manifest with more ease, I have prepared something special for you. Click the link in the first pinned comment and join us in the journey of awakening your inner mage.